to the virtual open house for NBCC's Graphics and Communications Design program. We are part of the School of Arts, Community and Protective Services. We're one of 9 programs. Before we get into the graphics and communication design details, I'd like to introduce myself.
Hi, my name is Ainsley Croney, and I'm the coordinating instructor for the Graphics and Communications Design program, which is just a fancy way of saying that I'm one of your instructors, but I also help our academic chair with putting my specialty for teaching is communications, so you're going to have me for applied and business writing, copywriting, interpersonal communications, client communications, as well as social media strategy. I cover some theory courses, including color theory, design fundamentals, and marketing and consumer behavior. And finally, you'll have me for web design and responsive web. So all of these courses, along with the courses that are taught by the other instructors, will all blend together to helping you become a graphic designer. And communications is especially important right now when we have clients that are all over the world and we're communicating by email, by text, so written communication is really important. Writing proposals and reports, and as well as video chat. So learning how to communicate well is going to be really important for you. My classes, I try to make sure they're really fun and full of laughter. In fact, one of the most important class rule is that we laugh every day. So I think that, laughter helps with the learning environment and helps students relax and retain more information. But for today, I'm going to be your tour guide and host for all you need to know about the Graphic Communications Design program at the Moncton campus. We're going to talk a little bit about NBCC as well. So along the way, you're going to meet our other 2 instructors in the program. We have a recent grad who's going to tell you a little bit about Jira's experience. And fun fact, all your instructors for this program are NBCC alumni. So let's get started.
So now you've met me, let's talk a little bit more about the program. Graphics and communication design specialists are creative experts who produce memorable content. They value innovative visual aesthetics and excel at business communication and marketing. In this program, you're going to learn how to plan, produce, and present graphics and text-based design solutions that are going to engage your target audience. In a world where billions of images are uploaded each day, businesses hire trained and talented designers who know how to stand out and capture attention. So now let's look at some things that graphic designers do from day to day. So they look at promotions, branding, they can do book covers, photo editing, brochures, web design, vehicle wraps, illustrations, mobile apps, logo design, and posters. So basically, if you can read it, if you can see it, or you can get a message from it, a graphic designer had something to do with it. So now let's take a moment and meet one of our other instructors, Naomi McGraw. Over to you, Naomi.
A graphic designer is, in essence, a creative problem solver. That's really what it's all about. My name is Naomi McGraw, and I am one of the instructors at NBCC teaching graphics and communication design. I should look at the camera. I teach user experience, web design, information design, branding, audio, video programs. Basically, I teach an array of subjects, and one of which is to get you thinking creatively. I teach creative concepts. So this is all about being creative. We start you off on the right foot. We get you introduced to the design process and how it all begins, where to start, how to take your ideas and how to make them grow. We walk through brainstorming, conceptualizing, sketching, and we teach you how to bring all of that into computer software. But we have great instructors in this program, great courses that just get you ready, polish you for the industry. There's a lot there, but it's definitely a great course. I highly recommend it. I'm always excited to meet new students and to see what new potential NBCC has to offer the industry. So I hope that you'll be a part of that team, and I hope that you get to come and take this course, and I can't wait to meet you.
Thanks, Naomi. So as you can tell, she's very creative. What you see on the screen right now are your first year courses broken down by term. Each term, you're going to take a variety of courses in design, software applications, communications, and theory. But instead of reading out this whole list and explaining each of these courses to you, I've provided a link in the comments below so that you can go and research these courses on your own. The second year is when you're going to start pulling all the elements of your portfolio together. And your portfolio is going to be one of the most important items you take with you at graduation. It is a showcase of your best work, and it's really going to help you in your employment search. Right before graduation and in the final term, you're going to take what's called a work integrated experience. So basically, you're going to go work in the field with other graphic designers. The work integrated experience is where you get that hands-on experience in the industry before you graduate. And what you see on the screen right now are some of the companies that have hosted our students, and I'm sure you recognize some of these companies. After graduation, successful graduates may work in a variety of organizations, such as marketing and advertising agencies, graphic design studios, or web and media design companies as a graphic designer. And according to Canada's national occupation codes, there are almost 150 job titles associated with graphics and communications. And as you can see on the stats on the right of your screen, really, college really does work. So now I'm going to hand it over to Derek, and he is going to introduce himself and some of the courses he teaches. So take it away, Derek.
All right, hey gang, welcome to NBCC's Open House. I'm Derek Croney. I'm one of the instructors in the Graphics and Communication Design program. So just to let you know what I do in the program, again, I'm primarily your instructor that deals mostly with the print side of things in graphics. So I do print production, publication design, package design. I also introduce you guys to a lot of the software that you'll use in the graphics industry. So Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, Lightroom, some of those pieces of software. So again, we kind of get in, start doing projects, learning about logo design, publication design, magazines, those kind of things, get into packaging, play around with our photos, mess around with them in Photoshop, again, do some compositing, retouching, all of those kind of things. So again, we have a lot of fun with that. And again, certainly a lot of creativity involved in what we do. One of my most enjoyable parts of my job is I also help you work on your portfolios towards the end of second year. So again, start to tailor your work towards the type of job that you're looking for. So again, I get to help you along and guide you in those ways. So again, that's always great part of the program to see all that knowledge turn into these great creative projects. So certainly it's a fun program, it's a creative program. Lots of work involved, but again, it's when you're designing every day, it doesn't seem that way. So again, I always enjoy working graphic design for sure. So again, hopefully I'll see you guys in September. If you have any questions or any you want extra information about the program or anything, feel free to email me and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. And yeah, hopefully again I'll see you guys in September and you can come join us for our graphics journey. All right, thanks.
Thanks, Derek. So now you've met all of our instructors, but let me tell you a little bit more about the program. It is a 2-year program, which means 2 academic years. So you'd start in September, study till June, and then the next year come back in September and study till June again. The admission requirements for this program are a high school diploma or equivalent. This program is also considered a LIVE program, and LIVE is an acronym for Learning Integrated Virtually Everywhere. So that requires the students to bring their own notebook computer as part of their learning experience. And you need to make sure that the computer you bring does meet a minimum technical specifications. So I've put a link in the comments below where you can click and see what the technical specifications were for this year's incoming group. As well, because you're using the notebook computer, as part of your tech fees, you actually have a license for Adobe Creative Suite for the 2 years that you're here. And that's going to include things like Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, effects, Dreamweaver, and that's just naming a few. You actually get access to the whole creative suite. And finally, this program is a destination program, and that means it's only offered at one of our 6 campuses, and that campus happens to be the Moncton campus. So now I want to share a little bit more with you about our campus and about the city of Moncton. The NBCC Moncton campus offers full-time programs, part-time programs, online, continuing education, and apprenticeship training to over 1,400 students each year. We have a fully equipped facility that includes a cafeteria, a dining room run by the hospitality students, which in my opinion is amazing. There's a gymnasium, a fitness center, a bookstore, and many student lounges as well as study areas. There's actually counselors on site to provide support and information to all of our students. But the best part is that our student union engages the student body with orientation activities, social and sporting activities, and is really an important connection for our new students, both within the campus community as well as the greater Moncton community. So Moncton is the largest city in New Brunswick, and the campus is centrally located on one of the busiest streets. So the street is called Mountain Road, and it steps away from numerous housing options, grocery stores, shops, restaurants, services, and the public bus stops right outside of the campus. Moncton is a hub for business, transportation, and entertainment. There's a huge, vibrant arts and culture scene, professional and amateur sport, and numerous festivals throughout the entire year. Our international students will find that Moncton is a really diverse community. It has places of worship, it has restaurants, and it has specialty grocers that can cater to all of your needs. So in my opinion, Moncton is a great place to live and learn. So the next stop on our tour is a sample of some of our past students' work. I hope you enjoy their creativity. Our goal in the program is to have you finish with a strong portfolio that you'll be proud of and will help you compete for jobs in our field. So here is a small sample of work produced by this year's graduating class. And as you can see, there are magazines, books, branding for companies. The students put together a whole marketing campaign for our local band. They do packaging design, vehicle wraps, branding for a coffee company, as well as putting together a book. And as well as you can see another car wrap. So it's really some amazing work that our students do. But now it's time for you to hear from one of our recent grads. So I'm going to ask Caleb Spellman to tell you a little bit about his experience in the program. Over to you, Caleb.
A recent graduate of the Graphic and Design Communications Design program. I currently work at Claim Restaurant in DF as their graphic designer. This program was probably the best decision that I have ever made. Not only did it land me a job right off the bat, it helped me to expand and improve upon my dream of being a business owner. The instructors are nothing short of amazing, and if I could go back in time, I would do it all over again. I gained tons of knowledge and experience. Not only that, I gained tons of friendships that will last me a lifetime.
Thanks, Caleb. And as I mentioned, Caleb is a grad from June. He's working full-time in the graphic industry, and he also owns his own graphic business. So he's really making the most of the education that he received. You might be wondering what a day in a life looks like as one of our students. So there are lectures, there are demos, you'll be doing work on Brightspace, which is our learning management system, and there's good news and bad news. And the good news is that there's lots and lots and lots of projects, and the bad news is that there's lots and lots and lots of projects. But the more that you do the work, the better you become. And you can see from those student samples that our students produce really outstanding work. When you are finished with your program, NBCC has agreements with these post-secondary institutions and organizations to help you further your learning. So, for example, you can do additional work with Gagetown with the Department of National Defense. You can get an applied business degree. You can even study internationally in Ireland or New Zealand or Australia. So why choose NBCC? So we have something called the NBCC Advantage, and that really is life-changing, lifelong connections. So the students that come to NBCC, they feel confident they'll get the skills and the education they need for the workforce. We have diverse learning experiences, not only to offer you an edge into the workplace, but they position learners for greater impact in their communities and beyond. And through this NBCC Advantage, we create a sense of belonging through life-changing and lifelong connections. So if you even look at the points on the screen, our learners are our #1 priority. You roll up your sleeves because you really are getting that hands-on experience. There are a number of pathways to continue your studies after graduation. NBCC is actually an investment. For every dollar that a student invests at NBCC in their education, they receive a cumulative $4 higher in future earnings over the course of their working careers. College is a major life change. We have small class sizes. You get to know your peers and your instructors in an environment that is fun, tight-knit, and supportive. And we have the Student Success Center to help support you when you need it. And you're going to get an education that gets you a career. Our programs are in demand, and you saw a few slides back that over 85% of our students from graduates from 2018 are employed in work related to their education. And NBCC is cost effective. We have some of the lowest tuition in New Brunswick, but on top of that, we have scholarships and financial assistance to help students getting their diploma and landing a career that doesn't break the bank. Some more advantages to NBCC is that when you graduate, you're going to be part of a huge alumni association, and with that also comes benefits. We have an entrepreneurship program for all of our students as well as the community. So if while you're studying, you think, you know what, hey, I want to own my own business, while you're a student and after you become a graduate, you can still feed back into NBCC's entrepreneurship program, where we have someone we call a entrepreneur in residence who helps support individuals that want to own their own business. And finally, we are part of Volunteer Canada. So we have a program called the Robertson Institute in Community Leadership, and every single one of our students will take this signature learning experience and to learn about giving back to their community and really becoming phenomenal community members. So what's your next step? So you certainly can come and try our program. We have something called Student for a Day. It's a little bit different this year because we are learning online, but certainly if you get in touch with me, I can set you up with an opportunity to sit in on some of our virtual classes, to meet with the instructors, connect with some of our current students so you can get a better idea of what this is all about. This is a great time to apply. We start accepting, we accept applications year round, but we start the acceptance process on November 1st. So this is a great time to apply. The great thing about NBCC, it's first qualified, first accepted. So if you apply now and you have the qualifications and there's a seat available, then the seat is yours. And you can see my contact information on here. So it is Ainsley Croney, and I am the coordinating instructor, and I'm here to answer any questions that you might have about the program. So you can reach me at my email, which is ainsley.croney@nbcc.ca. But again, I've put it in the comments below, so you don't have to be frantically writing it down. And finally, I would just like to thank you for coming to our virtual open house. And you can always see NBCC online. You can check us out on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, as well as Snapchat. And one final note, did I mention that all three of your instructors are NBCC graduates? So yeah, we have all been NBCC students, so we know what it's like. So thanks again for coming along this journey with me, and I hope to see you in the classroom next year. Bye.
Some of you may think we're not overly special. There's no Ivy up front or sports teams to cheer for. We're just a college who believes everyone has potential. But you can come from anywhere. and create a better life. That it's never too late to start a career or lead an industry. That barriers are meant to be broken. Learning is best done by doing. And you can change the world, your world. We believe it's important to recognize the land we are on, to give back to the community, and create skilled workers for jobs right here in New Brunswick. No, you may think we're nothing special, but we do bring out the extraordinary in everyone.
Perfect. So I would like to apologize for the technical issues at the beginning. Thank you for being with us.
Health and wellness Q&A.
So for now, we will now get into the Q&A. If you have any questions, please see the questions box in the panel and write your questions there. So just to get started, Naomi and Derek, what does a typical day in your program look like?
Good. We have a pretty full day. Again, you jump from course to course, again based on the term and that kind of stuff. Again, when you're in first year, again you do a lot of introductory courses. Again, it could be software, it could be working in again your creative concept stage where you're planning and developing your designs. We do some communication things along the way. And then as the year progresses, again, things change as you start to grow and start to focus more on some of the specialties that we do as graphic designers, whether it's web-based or print-based. Start aiming those, again, print production, some of those other kind of courses. And then eventually get into doing things, building projects for your own portfolios, starting to develop I guess towards the job that you're looking for. And so again, we start early, about 8:30 in the morning. Again, we have right now we're doing all online classes. So you're doing some lectures, you're doing some labs where you're working on projects at the same time. And yeah, again, it's all designed to help you guys start to build your skills.
Perfect. And what do you like best about your program?
I'll take that. I would say the best part is that we do a lot of real world work. We definitely like to bring the students into the industry and have them actually work for real clients. That is really special. I think that really help someone hone in on their skills and understand how to implement everything they learn on a one-on-one basis or just in the industry in general. That's one thing, but I do have two favorite things. I would say seeing the growth and seeing how much people can grow in 2 years is astounding. And we have junior students that come in and say the same thing every year. When they see the students do their final pieces and their portfolio pieces like you saw in that video, they think, I can't do that, I couldn't do that. And we tell them junior students say that every single year and then develop a beautiful portfolio. So we really do give you all the tools and the skills that you need, and it's just up to you to just continue putting in the work to inevitably grow. So that's what I think is really cool.
Perfect. And what is that coursework like? So for example, you just mentioned the portfolios. What would be in their portfolio at the end of the year?
Again, it can vary from student to student. Again, when we get to the portfolio stage, it really starts to become almost like an individual course at that point, because again, each student wants to, has a job, I guess, a career in mind. So we try to tailor their portfolios towards that. Again, everybody does kind of some of the same things. Again, branding is a big one that we do as part of the course. Again, developing logos and full brands for companies, those kind of things. Again, that's always a big part of any graphic artist job. But again, like I said before, again, it can grow into a bunch of different projects. Again, whether it's some students really like the packaging side, some people really like web or app development side of things. So again, really that just grows depending on the student. Again, all the courses that you've taken that lead up to portfolio feed you that information, and then certainly you tailor it to the individual student. Again, you'll certainly, you see that as each student goes through it and discovers what they really want to do, what they really enjoy. But also as well, we do kind of, try to make sure that there's pieces that no matter what, they kind of fit in with any kind of job posting that they're looking for and that kind of stuff as well. So there's a little bit of generalization there, but again, each student gets to really kind of find where they want to go and start to build on that.
And what do you need to be a successful student?
I would say, and I say this often, if you want to be successful, all you need is the will to succeed. You just need to believe that you can and put that work in, and you will succeed. You have all the tools that you need. We make sure that you have all the tools that you need. And we always work with students to get them to where they want to be. And I think that if you can, like anything, if you want to succeed in anything in your life, time management skills and just putting your head down and working hard, and you'll succeed. That's just it. So
yeah, for sure. I think, again, hard work, trumps talent in a lot of ways. Again, we've had students that, didn't really have artistic backgrounds, but through hard work and studying hard and just practicing at their software, all of a sudden come up with fantastic pieces where, again, somebody on the other end who doesn't work as hard could have tons of talent and never really show it, right? So certainly that's a big part of it. Again, the desire, the passion for it certainly helps. I think that's a big part of being successful in our program for sure.
So I actually have a couple questions coming in now all at once. So we'll start with the first one. And will all the classes be online, or will there be in-person classes?
in September.
So as of now, this programs, a lot of our programs you'll see on the program course page will show blended delivery, etc. Can you guys speak on behalf of what your programs are looking like today?
Well, today we're pretty much all online. We have one day a week where students can come to the campus and get some one-on-one type of discussions, I guess, kind of thing. We don't teach at the college, but again, students can come in and have their work looked at, or get some extra help and that kind of thing. But right now we're pretty much, all our classes are pretty much online. Again, like everybody else, we're not sure what the future holds quite yet. Again, certainly we've been fairly successful online. So again, the students seem to be, adapting to that quite well, and we are as well, I guess. So again, I guess it all depends on what happens, with COVID and everything else, and where that goes. But yeah, right now we're, pretty much, like I said, all online. Again, it's the one day a week we have, it's voluntary, and I get a few people that come in and get extra help, but a lot of people still like to be home, and that's okay as well. So yeah, no, that's what we're doing right now. And like I said, again, who knows what the future is going to hold. So
yeah, definitely. And so the next one is how do work placements work? Do you guys find them with the student? Are the students independent to find those? Yeah, go ahead.
That could change. We're kind of deciding that at the current time. But we always help our students. We always help them. But the main purpose of that whole process, at the end of your 2 years, we have a course that is career and freelance planning, and it is all about finding a job. It is about writing your resume, going for interviews, looking for jobs. So a huge part of that course is to help you learn how to get a job, so that we're not just giving you the job, but teaching you how to continue to look for jobs in your future and get them. So we definitely set you up, but it is kind of always was, up to the student to kind of like make that connection and initially find that purpose for themselves. Most students have an idea of where they want to work, especially at the end of their 2 years, and usually that's where they go. Yeah.
Perfect. And what is your guys' current class size?
what are we, 20? I think we're 20 or 21 in first year and 18 in second year right now.
Perfect. And just so the question is answered, most NBCC programs are between 16 to 24 seats. So as you can see, about 20 students is pretty normal for this program. And then it also varies a little bit each year. So the next question, do we need to have current knowledge or basic of Photoshop, InDesign, illustration, many programs at all?
Nope.
So none at all. So
No,
pretty
no,
straight
there's
answer.
there's no prerequisite for a program beyond the traditional stuff, I guess, the high school diploma and stuff. You don't have to have any prior knowledge. Again, again, like I said, that first year is really a fundamental year. So again, we get everybody caught up on the software. So you have kind of a introductory course in Photoshop and Illustrator and InDesign, and then the other ones kind of get wrapped into some of the other courses as well. So yeah, no prior knowledge. Again, certainly having a little experience never hurts, but again, sometimes that can also get in the way as well. Sometimes it's nice to come in with a clean slate and and learn everything all at once, and especially with graphics, kind of doing things the right way, the way the industry likes it. And so yeah, no, we're again, you don't need any experience at all.
Perfect.
It helps if you've used a computer before, like if you know how to use a computer, then you're good. But you don't even, if you can double click and you can save files, you're probably good, right? Yeah.
Great. So last question, unless some more come in. So tell me about yourself. What have you guys done in the past? What led you here as an instructor?
Oh.
I don't like talking about it.
You want to go down with me or?
Okay, sure. Well, I went to NBCC 12, 13 years ago and immediately started in the industry. I started in audio video work. So I did a lot of that, which turned into acting. So I did some on-camera acting and some voiceover acting. So that was kind of my niche. That's where I liked to live. I did a lot of photography and graphic design, more so on contractual basis. And yeah, I did that for a while. And I love teaching it now, which is fun because I get to play with other programs and get more into it. But mostly it was audio video for me. I worked for CGS, which was a New York-based firm. So very corporate and 80-hour weeks for a while.
Yeah,
Derek?
and yeah, same with me, I guess. I'm NBCC grad as well. I took photography and graphic design. So I went through 2 programs with NBCC. Yeah, same kind of thing. I got done graphics, got out in the workforce right away. Worked for a software company in Farton for a little while. Went a few years doing that, switched over to more of a print-based kind of thing, did a little bit of pre-press work, did a lot of, kind of trade show displays and that kind of work. And then, fell into the teaching job. One of the things when I was in school, I really learned that I liked helping people learn. So again, I used to tutor a lot and that kind of thing. And that, opened some eyes for some people, what I could do. And yeah, again, the job opening came up, and so I've been teaching. This is my 18th year. So it makes me feel old when I say that, but certainly, yeah, and again, it's been a great journey. Again, I love graphics. I still do graphics to this day. We run our own little sports photography business on the side. So I'm still doing a lot of photography, a lot of logo work. And yeah, so again, I keep my feet in it all the time, but yeah, I love teaching as well. So.
Perfect. And so one last question came in, and it is recruitment based. So mentioned was first come, first serve. I'm going to clarify that. So first applied, first qualified, that kind of terms that you may have heard. What this means, if you apply today, you will get in before someone that applies tomorrow if you both meet the admission requirements. So let's say it's a profile A, that means we're looking for a high school diploma. That's what we're looking for. We're not looking for grade point average. So don't worry about if you maybe had a poor mark in math or something like that. It's who applied first. So that's a recruitment-based question. If you do ever have more questions recruitment-based, or if you're looking for information about a program, you can email us at collegeworks@nbcc.ca. I'll write that in the chat. And that's for any question at all. And if it's not recruitment-based, we'll at least find the answer or direct it to the right department. If you are an international student and you have questions more international related, so think study permits, work visas, all of that, that goes to international@nbcc.ca. And I'll write those right now into the chat. Other than that, Naomi and Derek, do you guys have any final say, some wisdom, anything like that to share?
Not really. Again, like the video said, like we've been saying, again, it's, I think Naomi can agree on this. Again, we all love graphics. We like to share that with our students. We try to set up a creative environment, a fun environment. Again, we want to show you that, again, there's some hard work involved with it as well. Again, it's not as easy as people think it may be. But again, if you have that passion, that desire for it, it's fun. Again, you'll enjoy, every day almost, kind of thing. Again, to this day, like I said, I've been doing this a long time. I still love doing graphics. It's just something that, it's fun to do, I guess. And yeah, and hopefully we pass that on to you guys. I think, again, we certainly have seen that in previous years. We've had students that have gone on and become successful on their own, working hard, and again, enjoy it as well. So I think that's really what we're about here. Again, we want to make sure you're prepared for work and still, again, show that creativity and that fun side of it as well. So.
The instructors are really passionate. We're all really passionate about graphic design. So when you have that guidance, I think it sort of lends well to the industry to have that, push of passion, because it's art, right? So there's a lot of passion behind that. And I wish we could have a student on here, because we get a lot of feedback from our students, and the senior students most especially, because they've been doing it for a year and a half almost. And we hear a lot of, wow, like I'm growing so much. This is now my passion. I can't believe, where I was before a year ago. They were talking to the new junior students saying, like, it looks like it's hard. It looks like it is hard work, but you get there. And I think that we offer everything that you need to succeed in the business. So that's my take.
Perfect. And again, I'd like to thank everyone for joining us tonight. Thank you for bearing with us in the beginning. And again, if you have any questions at any time, please contact us at collegeworks@nbcc.ca. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah.